All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Till Corner podcast. How you doing, Kat?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Had to do a little fleshing out the system this week, but I'm pretty confident that we'll be back on track here shortly.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so yeah, let's jump into it. Jaguars have played 2 games so far. Split those 1-1, 500. Right up there with everybody else in the division except the winless Texans. How you feeling?
Um, eh. eh. Uh, we should have beat the Chiefs, and that is gonna annoy me like a lot. We should have beat them like 28-17, if not more.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's gonna irritate me. But I'm glad that we beat the Colts as we should have. But we had a slow start against them, and then that just kind of flew like bled into the week with the Chiefs, but then we couldn't score at all in the red zone.
Mhm.
So it was really frustrating. It was an annoying game. That's what that game was. But they did pretty good against the Chiefs. I mean, the Colts. Oh god, I don't even know. I'm saying the wrong team now. They did pretty good against the Colts. The defenses looked really good in my opinion both weeks. They've actually been kind of the more solid unit of the
Yeah.
two because the big talk coming into this season was like offense, 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 and I really think the defense has just kind of stolen the show, which I didn't expect, and that's kind of cool. I like that. Um, so yeah, I think the team will be fine. Honestly, I'd rather lose to the Chiefs in the regular season and beat them in January.
Yeah, and then you guys all watched last episode. I predicted us to lose this one.
You did.
Just because the Chiefs are who they are. You got to beat the best to be the best. So I think we still got a little bit of gap to close there with some consistency on the field. But yeah, so far through the first 2 weeks, the offense has been clunky. It's been a little weird, right? We had a 100 yard game from Calvin Ridley coming out the gate in the first one. This week, Kirk had over 100. So it's like it's moving, but it's clunky. Like 3 and outs, some weird intercept. Well, one weird interception, another close call with an interception that kind of hit the ground first. Some fumbles on some lateral passes, just a little weird stuff. Can't convert in the red zone. Can't convert on fourth down. Horrible on third down. Offensive lineman giving up a lot of sacks. It's just been a little weird, but defense been balling. I think Doug Peterson's a great coach. I know he'll get the team together. Really just disappointed mostly in the coaching staff through the first 2 weeks, not having this team look like they're prepared to play. I don't think the game plans have been strong in either game, or maybe it's just purely execution on the players. But we've seen these guys play at a high level before, so it's just a little weird that they're kind of struggling out the gate considering how much we played our starters in preseason. Doug Peterson played those guys, more than a lot of other teams. Some teams didn't even play starters all preseason and they're rolling. So it's just a little weird, but the NFL has been kind of off to a clunky start itself. No offense has really been like coming out the gate super hot. So, I mean, they get a little bit up and fast there. Just want to see a little bit cleaner game. So
Yeah, I
speak
think it's sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I want to say, speak to me a little bit more about the offense. Like, how do you feel about the offense through the first 2 weeks?
Well, that's what I was gonna say actually, is I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of coaching, a little bit of the players not executing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you look at against the Chiefs, there were drops, there were some touchdowns, well, almost touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
that yeah, did Trevor overthrow them a little? Yes, but you're also an NFL receiver, so get 2 feet down. Like there was the one that Zay Jones had, and I'm sorry, drag your foot, dude. What are you doing? This isn't college. What? Like that irked me. Why was a rookie by himself up against Chris Jones. Do you want Trevor to get sacked like 6 times? Like, come on, that's not what. And there were a couple times where the not running it up the middle when you have Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby on your team, you're on the 1 yard line. You have hell, quarterback sneak it. You have this giant quarterback. Like, what? And I know that a lot of people have said that like Trevor called his own number. I get it, but
Mhm.
still, you're on the 1 yard line. Why are you getting a field goal? Like, it was just, there were so many opportunities. It actually reminded me a lot of, I'm gonna get into my college team really quick, so
Mhm.
apologies for that. But I went to UCF. So UCF played Boise State a couple of weeks ago. And it
Yeah.
was exactly the same thing. Every time we got in the red zone, we had an interception, fumble, we would just have to kick a field goal. We ended up winning the game like by some miracle. But it was the exact same thing. It was just so irritating to watch. And unfortunately, the Jags couldn't overcome all the missed opportunities.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty well. Missed opportunities really is what it was. Yeah, he had what, 4 attempts in the red zone, didn't score any of them. One of them
Yeah.
was off a freaking turnover where Tim Jones got a muff punt. I mean, you have to score there. Like,
Yeah.
that's a huge momentum flipper. Offense was just on the field. You saw what was working and what didn't work. You punt the ball. Richie James muffs it. It bounces right into Tim Jones' hand. Like, we're at like the 17 freaking yard line, bro.
Yeah.
You just ran a couple, like, you have to score. You get the ball back from a muff punt in the red zone, you have to score a touchdown. Like, if you
Yeah.
want to beat the Chiefs, you have to score. Field goals aren't going to beat the Chiefs or many of the other elite AFC contenders.
No. Well, the
Um, no, go
thing that
ahead.
like irritated me about that as well was like, if you had told me that we played the Chiefs at home and they turned the ball over what, like three or four times,
Yeah,
and we lost the game.
yeah.
What? The ball bounced the Jags way so much on Sunday. There's
Oh yeah,
absolutely no reason they should have lost that game. And
yeah,
it annoys me. And I'll move on from it. I am trying to, but it's just it yeah,
yeah.
they're not up there yet.
Yeah, and it's just weird to me, like you said, all off season, all we heard was, "Oh, this offense is the best in Jaguars history. Oh, this offense is so amazing." And it's still time. It's 15 games left. Let's not give up on them yet, right? Still hope, but they really have to be much cleaner if that's what we're going to do. Speaking of the offense, so Trevor, just go run through some PFF stats, some Yahoo Sports stats. Trevor so far is tied with eight big time throws, which is tied for first. 81.2 PFF grade through the first 2 weeks, which is fifth amongst all quarterbacks in the NFL. So he's playing at elite level according to PFF, some analytic stuff in there. Right now, we're 21st in yards per game and 21st in points per game and 23rd in total yards per game. Little kind of surprised there with the points and yards with all these playmakers we have. They kind of went away from Travis Etienne in the Kansas City game, which we all know the Chiefs' weakness is run defense.
Stupid.
You want to slow down the pass rush, run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Press Taylor was overthinking that one for sure.
I feel like every time we played the Chiefs, we overthink it. I'm
Yeah.
sick of it. Like, just play the game. Like that the one the one play with Jamal Agnew where they like tried to like get cute, and it's like, what are you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, and that's kind of on the receiver too. That's
It
complete.
is.
That play is definitely on Agnew. One, the ball hit him in his hands. Two, he bowled out the route too much to by the time that the quarterback threw it, he wasn't lateral yet.
Yeah.
Jamal Agnew was too fast to not be there. Like it
Yeah, he needs to
this
just be like a special teams guy because the whole offensive gadget thing is not, it's not working.
and everybody's
No
been
offense to
saying
you,
that.
Jamal Agnew. I love you, but
And everyone's been saying that. I know if you guys are, habitual listeners, you kind of heard me talk about it on the show. If you follow me on Twitter in the offseason, you saw the big Twitter spat that came about me mentioning Jamal Agnew
Oh
and
god,
his
I
hands at
remember
wide
that. He like
receiver.
added you and everything.
Yeah. Jamal like personally added me and it got out of control. I even deleted the tweets and stuff. It was too much. But yeah, like Agnew, Kansas City game on the line, fumbles. We're driving down we got the ball in plus territory. Jamal Agnew, fumble. Like, bro, catch the ball.
Yeah.
Hold on to the ball. Like, you're costing us time, like costly possessions against Kansas City. You
Yeah.
can't do that. You cannot be the reason we're giving up possessions against
Yeah.
the freaking reigning Super Bowl champs. Anyways, enough for
Yeah.
Jamal Agnew. He did have a big return first game, flipped the field, but
Yeah.
offensively, I need you to catch the ball and hold on to it. That's all we ask.
Yeah. That's all I want.
Trevor so far throwing 63% completion rate, 457 yards through the air over the first two games. That's an average of 228.5 per game. Like to see that come up a little bit just because of how pass heavy this offense is. Right now he's on pace. Well, it's a great number. Let's not get it wrong. He's on pace right now for a little over 3,800, close to 3,900 yards. I mean, if he clips that 4,000 mark, that's huge. So he's on pace to do big numbers. Honestly, if they wasn't dropping the ball so much, he would be on a crazy pace right now. Calvin Ridley,
Yeah.
2 drops last game. Both of them hit him right in the hands. Christian Kirk, 2 drops last week. One hit him in the chest between his hands. Like, Christian Kirk, what's going on here, bud? But yeah, those guys just gotta execute better. Like, help out your quarterback, man. What about defense? How do you feel about the defense so far?
I really like the defense. Obviously not a Chase On fan, or however you say his last name.
Sack
Um
guru.
oh my gosh. Patrick Mahomes just like gifted him that sack.
Hey,
He was
he's
just like,
tied
it was
with
like
Trayvon,
charity.
so he's tied with Trayvon right now. So hey,
Stop it. Oh my god, I felt like he was just like in the grass the whole day. It was I love Andre Cisco. I love Josh Allen, obviously. You know how much I love Josh
yeah,
Allen. Uh let's see. Yeah, everyone's just I don't know. The defense has been like I think that's my other thing that really irks me from the Kansas City game is your defense held Patrick Mahomes to 17 points. Win the game. Like, come
agreed,
on. That's
agreed.
they did such a great job and the offense just laid an egg. It sucks. They've shit the bed. Excuse the expression. But yeah, I thought that the defense did great. They were forcing turnovers all day. The special teams did pretty good. I thought
Yeah,
that Andre Cisco was going to have that other pick, and that would have been a pick six for sure.
yeah, that was a close one. He broke on it, high pointed the ball, and it just had a little bit too much heat on it. Went through his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah,
But they
speaking
did
on
a
the
good job too of
defense,
containing Travis Kelsey.
yeah, Rayshawn, man, had 2 pass breakups on that guy. I mean,
Yeah.
Rayshawn, he won this round with Kelsey personally, I think. And then Kelsey had the touchdown, but that was on Devin Lloyd. Kind of drifted too far out of his zone, snuck it right back behind him.
Yeah.
Almost like a broken play. Patrick Scrum. It's a Patrick Mahomes play. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to stay in your zone and keep eyes on everybody behind you for 10 seconds. Like, somebody go sack the quarterback, please. But
Yeah. Especially when it's Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball. He's going to do his thing.
yeah, he's gonna be a magician. It's just one of those plays like you can only cover for so long. So I'm not really too hard on Devin Lloyd for that one. But yeah, I think defense so far is 10th in points allowed per game, which is pretty damn good
Yeah.
from our expectations. We thought these guys were going to be like bottom of the barrel, like the bottom third, but these guys are top third. So really surprising there. Hats off to Mike Caldwell. Foye Lewican has been great as usual.
He's
Devin
awesome.
Lloyd's been improved. Like, our linebackers are pretty good right now. Devin Lloyd had a pass breakup that was tipped up, almost was an interception. Like, he's been doing pretty well so far. 14th in sacks, 7th in interceptions. Tyson Campbell got him one. where he kind of, even talked about it in the interview where he kind of baited Richardson into thinking he was about to take the flat, pop back out, was able to get up high enough, elevate, get that pick. And then Andre Cisco with the huge save. If you go back and watch that play, I can't really tell the coverage. I thought it was cover 3, but it definitely wasn't. It looked like a disguise, almost like a cover 6, but the right corner didn't drop fully. But yeah, Trey Herndon got beat on that play. If you go back and watch, he actually fell before the ball got there, so that would have been a touchdown if Cisco didn't make it over there in time.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, he has that range and that speed. You saw Trey Herndon get beat deep, I think, for a 37-yard game against Watson. Trey Herndon has been doing pretty damn good, though. I have to give him that. But the
Yes.
deep passes, I don't know. They threw 2 his way in Kansas City. One he fell on. Shout out to Cisco for that pick. And the one they just caught. He wasn't too far behind trailing, though. But Watson also isn't like a super burner. But yeah, Trey's been sticky. Short stuff, he's been getting PBUs, breaking up. He's been coming up, hitting. I mean, they're doing pretty good. Rayshawn did miss a tackle on that 4th down against Clyde Edward-Delaire, getting the first down,
Yeah.
but they're not perfect, right? Like they're playing damn good. Love the defense.
Yeah.
And then now we're moving on to week 3. Flush all that Kansas City stuff out. Flush out the week 1 stuff. Clean slate. Let's go 1-0 this week. How do you feel about the game this week?
I think that we have absolutely no business losing it. I obviously am worried because we just play not great against the Texans, especially at home for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like last year we shouldn't have lost the game to them last year. They were their first win, weren't we? Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah,
So
Davis Mills season.
so I need that to not happen again. Knock on wood. I just don't think we have any business losing to them. I really hope that I know that Trevor was really angry. Well, not angry, but he
Mm-hmm.
was visibly irritated after the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
And last time that he got irritated after a game, we went on like a win streak of like, well, it was like we won like 8 games and lost like 2 or something.
Yeah.
So he needs to do that. Let's just go on a little win streak here. That'd be nice. But I just honestly think that the offense will kind of get back in their rhythm on Sunday. Shaquille Griffin plays for the Texans, so I think Ridley should burn him.
Toast him.
I think we'll see that. I feel bad saying that because he went to UCF, but it's just he has not. He gets burned a lot, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. And then
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a game that well, first off, it's a division game, so those are always must-win games in my opinion. But also the Texans, we are supposed to be the better team, so go
Yeah.
out and be the better team and beat them.
Yeah, I agree. Depending on who you look at for the power rankings, power polls, Jaguars are number 6, number 9, number 10 is the lowest I've seen them. So
Yeah,
the
I don't pay
Texans
attention.
are universally number 31, 32, 30. So they're a bottom 3 team. We're a top 10 team. We should beat them.
Yeah.
Uh, Although I will say their quarterback CJ Stroud has been looking pretty decent. No
Yes.
interceptions so far. I think he threw for over 300 in both of the first 2 games. He's airing it out. Like, I trust our secondary, but we've also seen him get cooked through the air.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is playing some of the best ball out of any wide receiver in the NFL. So I'm interested to see how he'll match up with Tyson and Darius Williams. Both of those guys have been solid so far.
Yep.
Tyson got beat for a touchdown last week. Back shoulder throw, tough coverage. He felt the receiver pushed off. It's just a bang bang play. It happens to everybody. Those are really hard to defend, those back shoulder throws.
Yeah.
Darius Williams, lights out.
Yeah, he's been playing great.
Lights out. Like, if you go back and watch, this guy is strapping. Like, he's just doing his job. Like, he's so underrated. I love D Will. And then Herman's been solid. So yeah, I'm really interested to see. But they have Tank Dell, We saw how fast and quick he is. Nico Collins. So they got some weapons. We'll see how it shakes out. Mechie's back. He played last week. So yeah, we'll see. We remember what Damian Pierce did it to us last year running the
Ugh,
ball. Oh my
God.
God, did he cook us? It was horrible, like Sports Center highlight through the whole defense. So looking forward to tackling his ass this week.
Yeah, that'd be great. Would love to see that.
Yeah, like he hasn't really done too much through the first two games. So I'm really hoping this isn't like a get right game for him. But yeah, I
Same.
think we'll win this game easily. At least by we're favored to win by 9. I got us winning by at least 2 touchdowns, 2-score game.
Yeah, if you can beat the Colts by 10 points, there's no reason we should be losing to the Texans.
Yeah, I think we'll beat them by at least 2 scores. I wouldn't be surprised if we put up like a 40 burger just because these guys are hungry to right the ship and the Texans just aren't that good yet. So
I would like to see that. I really want to see the offense. I want to see like an offense like get right game, and I think that this is a good game for that. Um, that's what I would like to see. I want them to be clicking and not making dumb mistakes like they did on Sunday.
yeah, the
Forget
last
about it.
time,
It's over. Move on.
yeah. Yeah, Trevor hasn't been great playing against the Texans. I think he's only threw 1 touchdown against them
Yeah, that's true.
in the
It's
4
his
matchups
first
he's
one.
played. Yeah, which is astronomical.
Crazy.
That's crazy because they sucked. Like they've been as bad as we have.
Yeah.
Uh, he threw the interception to Stingley in the end zone last year. I think that was from like the 5-yard line or something crazy. I don't even know why I was throwing the ball. But yeah, he threw a horrible interception to Stingley. It was just bad, bad. That kind of cost us the game. We're about to go up. End up, yeah. None of that this week. I need Trevor to throw for at least 3 touchdowns this week. Like I
Same.
need to see the offense humming. I need to see these guys catching the ball, crisp execution. He's right now he has 2 touchdowns through the air in 2 games with these weapons. I need to see more touchdowns. I need to see the ball in the end zone through the air. Evan Ingram, why are we not using him in the red zone this year?
Yeah.
Last year we literally threw the ball to Evan Ingram and he was catching it in the red zone. At the second half of the year in the playoffs, we just decided not to run ETN and not throw to 17. The 2 things that worked.
Yeah.
Press Taylor, you're about to get fucking shot to the moon, buddy. Like, please get the play calling together. I don't know what you're thinking down there. Tank Bigsby didn't even have a freaking carry last week.
Yeah.
This was a guy we drafted in the 3rd round that immediately took over RB2 on the depth chart.
Yeah.
We've seen Jermichael Hasty get the ball damn every game he played. Like, what's going on with Tank Bigsby right now? So, whatever. I digress. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. I know we'll win. So, we'll come back. We'll recap this one. We'll get you guys ready for the London trip playing against the Falcons.
That's going to be a harder game than I initially thought it would be.
And I
Falcons
tried
are
to
looking
tell people,
good.
I tried to tell everybody, I'm like,
Yeah.
Falcons is not as bad. And I tweeted
Well,
that out last week too. So,
yeah. Well, I love their running back,
oh, yeah.
Robinson.
B. John. Yeah, B.
Yeah,
John
he's
Robinson.
great. And I thought he would be great, which is why he's on my fantasy team. And it's been really good for me.
Yeah, and Cal Pitts hasn't even got going to Cal Pitts yet, and I have him on
Yeah.
my fantasy team too, so it's gonna be a little tough. I want to see a
Yeah.
little fantasy points, but I need the Jags to win. We'll balance it out.
I always want the Jaguar. I always want the Jags to win.
Oh yeah,
That's more important. Always.
oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, shout out to everybody in the fantasy leagues. Till Corner Pod 1, Till Corner Pod 2. Some great fantasy going on right now. Some tough battles, some good
Yeah.
matchups. Excited to see who win. We'll probably do something special for the winners. And then, yeah, thank you guys for sticking with us. See you next week.
Thank you.